Hey guys, so today I'm going to tell you about 8 tips that you need to know before going on a first date. So, my first tip would be to always dress well and smell well. But the twist is that even though you're going to dress well, because obviously I guess that like every time we are trying to go on a first date, we want to impress the person. But personally, I think that even though we need to dress well, obviously, we need to be natural. Like, even though we are dressing well, we need to keep in mind that we need to be like ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we are going to dress well to try to impress a person, like, don't be too extra. You gotta be yourself. My tip number 2 would be to brush that tongue. Like, you gotta brush your teeth before you're going on a date. Like, it seems pretty obvious, but like, you don't know if you're going to kiss the person that day. Like, you don't know what could happen, what is going to happen. So make sure you brush your tongue to avoid any awkward situation. My tip number 3, it's something that I like to do. Like, personally, I like to make sure that my phone is charged all the time before I'm going out, because like, you never know what could happen. Like, Google Maps, it's an important tool for me personally when I'm going out, because if I can find the person, or if somehow I get lost in the city, like, I can always use Google Maps. So make sure you have your phone charged before you go out. If you're going on a first date with someone that you don't know, make sure to tell your friend, or if you can talk openly with your parents, tell them. Or if you're in a situation where you feel like you cannot talk with your parents, make sure to tell a close friend where you're going and who you're going with, because like, you never know what could happen. My tip number 4, it's something that, I mean, obviously, like, it's pretty obvious, but like, make sure you have money with yourself. The thing is that personally, I like to go, like, when I'm going on a first date, I like to go to like a park. So like, you don't really need any money, but like, just in case, make sure you have money with yourself in case something happens. Or like, for example, there was this time that I went on a date with this person, and like, I expected the person to pay for me, but like, the person asked me to pay, and I was like, I don't have any money, and that was very awkward. So since that day on, like, every time I go out, like, I need to have like some money just in case. My 5th tip would be to have a lip balm or some kind of lip moisturizer, because like, girl or boy, whoever's watching, you don't want some chapped lips on your first date. Like, that's not attractive. So make sure your lips are moisturized, just in case. Like, you don't have to kiss the person on the first date, obviously, but like, if it happens, make sure to be ready, you know? My tip number 6 would be to meet up in a public place, and if possible, during daylight, because again, like, maybe the person is not who you expected, or maybe the person doesn't really look like how you thought the person was going to look like. You know, like, there are a lot of catfishes out there. Make sure you meet during daylight and at a public place, just in case you end up meeting up with a weirdo or something. Just be safe all the time. So my tip number 7 would be to go to a place where you can actually talk. Like some people, for some reason, I don't know if it is because of the movies or whatever, they like to go to the cinema on the first date, and it's like, okay, I like popcorn, I like soda, I like this movie or whatever, and I like you, but like we cannot talk, you know. So like, what's the point? Unless you meet up earlier and you end up going later to the cinema, that's a good idea. But like, don't go to the cinema on the first date. You you're going on a first date to meet that person, to talk with that person, so it doesn't make sense that you're going to the cinema, because like you're not going to be able to talk. So that's why I like going to parks. Another option would be going to a cafe, which is very stereotypical, but like it's a good place to go. So my last tip number 8, is, I mean, this is like very obvious, but like, make sure you know basic information about this person so that the conversation flows easier or easily. This can like seem very obvious, but like some people, even me, I like to meet the person as soon as possible. But if you don't know basic information about the person, like, it can be very awkward, because it's like, okay, what can we talk about? Actually, like, you can talk about anything, but like, if you actually know like basic information about this person, like, then you have different topics that you can talk about. Like, if this person is going to this certain university, or this person is studying this certain is doing this certain degree or whatever, like, you can start talking about that, or you know. So make sure you know basic information about this person, which is very obvious, because like, you're not going to meet up with a random person. Like, all of this is coming from personal experience. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe for more, because I'm going to be making more videos in the future. Bye.